Don't ever take anything, and I repeat, anything, for granted. That is the honest truth. Folks, family, friends, they always tell you that every day, and you don't really realize it until a situation of immense pressure ends up on your doorstep. It actually is happening to you. So, I'd like to share my story today. I used to go to church a lot when I was young. I lost touch. As you get older, you get influenced in various ways, but I did lose touch. I still have the sense that, hey, God is real. He is there. But I haven't visited church in a long time. Or if I do, it's basically probably on a very Christmas, I would say definitely, and sometimes New Year's. But throughout the year, I'm not there. Normally, you go for a surgery, which in this case is my mom's. She was sick for the longest while. She had diabetes before, and she ended up having kidney problems. And in this case, she was going for a surgery for a kidney transplant. You think, all right, it's okay. Everything's going to be all right. It's going to be a normal procedure. But you're not going to be expecting that there's going to be complications. I don't think anyone is expecting that, because in this day and age, we should be okay. We're more modern in technology and everything. But not all the time everything goes smoothly. In this case, she had a surgery at downtown Toronto Hospital. First month in May, 2019. The day was booked. She went for her surgery. Everything is good. The readings on the monitors and the charts and the doctors, everyone were there. Splendid surgery. Now it's just recovery mode. She got transferred that same night into the ward. Normally it's average 2 weeks to recover. Some people are speedier than others. She was there actually for 3 weeks. So it was a bit longer, but we were glad and showing progress, showing positive that things are going to be okay. She finally recovered, was seeming normal at the time. She was able to leave the hospital. She's in a wheelchair. They gave us crutches as well for after. A lot of pills. This whole situation is an eye-opener as to the amount of things that goes in to trying to help out a person after a surgery. Every, 2 days she had to go downtown for a checkup. It's a must because they have to do their tests to make sure everything is working and functioning properly. She still had some swelling. It's a lot. It's really a lot. Even some of the pills, I would just say, for a kidney transplant, and one of them that is very important and vital, it's actually there to suppress your immune system, so your body does not reject your new kidney. For me, that was the most important one, is that's when things started to go downhill. Very drastic negative. It's unbelievable how everything unfolded. When your immune system drops, a lot of other factors that are there start to say, hey guys, it's our turn. We can actually do something now. For me, which is her son, she didn't seem normal. It seems as if she was getting delirious. You're thinking, all right, her body is probably trying to get used to all these medicines that they're giving her to help her recover. They're saying some of these are the side effects. Over time, it actually starts getting worse. She's not realizing it, but we're realizing it. Going into work thinking, all right, it's going to be another normal day. Not thinking that I'm going to get a call from my wife saying, hey, your mom's not getting up. What do you mean my mom's is not getting up? She's not getting up. We're poking her and she's not moving. At the same time, my sister is calling the ambulance, 911, immediately. While I'm still on the phone trying to like, all right, put things in place to let my boss and them know I need to leave. From what I understood, the ambulance came. So I hung up and you drove him as quickly as you can. Got there, realizing that they have her on the stretcher. That, yeah, they just woke her up. They gave her some special injection. Wow. But she's alive, most important. They carried her to the hospital at Ajax. All right, that's an indication I almost lost her. You know what I mean? Because from what I understand is that whatever pills they were trying to balance out at the time probably was a little bit too strong. Mainly if your blood sugar goes too low, this is the effect that can happen. Hers had dropped below 20, which is like 2.0. That's when you get into the very dangerous situation, which is what happened to her. Something was actually happening in the background. No one knew. No doctor or anyone is looking out for this. This is not the same person. This is not my mom. My wife even agreed. My sister agreed. Probably it's because that's what they said. The medicine that we're giving her, she's going to seem this way. And after a while, she's going to get back to being normal. So we accepted the answer. We accepted what they said. Trust your doctors. It's okay. Yes, so it was a medical intern that actually came up with a suggestion. And my wife and I were right there at her bedside. All these doctors around the bed with their clipboards and they're wondering, you know what I mean? They're checking. Sent for quick blood works, came back. And this medical intern is the person that said, it looks like this patient is showing signs of meningitis, a particular meningitis. And then the other doctors, they all agreed after. Wow. They took a spinal examination where they inject a needle into your spine to get the fluid. Every 24 hours, it's something different. She's unsure, she's moving different. They started with can't hold your bowels, you have to have diapers. Within 2 days, she started shaking a lot, like literally can't control it. Never had been a problem, no disease around that. And I would never forget one of those nights I spent with her. Man, your mom's, your own mom's, the one who's there to protect you. The one who's there to comfort you and assure you things are going to be okay. That's what parents are there for. Is the one that's asking the son, is everything okay? I hope everything's going to be okay. And you're the one that's there to reassure them now. It's unbelievable. I'm seeing it before my eyes. As she slept in the patient's bed, I slept in a chair next to her. And she had a nightmare. She called a name I've never heard before. Mary. Where's Mary? And she cried. You know, it's very painful to see your own parents or your own loved one, no matter who they are, cry like a baby. And her words were like, you guys don't know. Please don't leave. I will never, ever forget that. That crushed me, that hurt me. When I talked with one of her best friends that I call Auntie, Auntie told me my mom's is the last of 9. Mary was supposed to be the last, the 10th child, but passed away at birth. Never knew that. Never heard that story from any of my family members. Not one. Pierre, I'm going to tell you something that's a very serious situation. I think your mom's is slipping. I said, what do you mean by slipping? I think I understand, but I don't want to hear you say it. She said, yeah. I think your mom's is sort of crossing over. You don't want to believe it, but it's happening. It's literally happening. No matter who you are, you still always depend on your parents for a certain guidance, or you're hurt, you always go to your parents, no matter who you are. But I tried to stay positive, kept positive. The next day, she couldn't move. The most she could have done was just watch us with her eyes. Nothing else. Ran out to the nurses, yo, this is not normal, what's going on? Talking with the head doctors. They feel my pain, but it's like there's nothing they can do. She has to go through this process, this trial. My moms have seen 3 of my aunts and uncles passed away. So she knows. She has been at their bedside. She knows. The next day we visited, she's in ICU. This is meningitis. Like, this is what it does. You check her, she's on the ventilator, she has the tube, she has the works. You name it, she had it. The most we can do is we played gospel music. At the same time, talking with other family members. The one that she's closest to, her brother, that's back home in Trinidad. He had cancer. Never told any one of us ever. Not even my own moms, who he was the closest with. Never. From what we understand, he had it for more than 5 years. And he broke the news 1 week before he died. It's crazy. So now I'm being hit with 2 blows. Like, what? My mom's was in ICU. My uncle had cancer. 2 people that I would say is closest to me is looking to pass over. She was able to talk with him one last time over the phone. She wasn't able to attend his funeral, but me, my wife, and my sister left Canada and went home to Trinidad for his funeral. God works in mysterious ways. He really does. Miss him a lot, man. 3 days in ICU. They actually called us one day. They told us she passed. For me, my mom is everything. I never had a true relationship with my dad. My mom's was the backbone of everything in me. She never gave up on me. They brought her back. There is a God. We were waiting, you know what I mean, for this to happen. She crossed over. God heard my prayers and everyone in my family prayers and cries. They said, "Moms, you're not ready." She came back. And I've never been more happier than anything. Over time, it looked like the medicine worked. Whatever the meningitis, we can say it was gone. Now it's just recovery. It's funny, one of my cousins came from the US. He's basically a doctor. I think he's from Washington. And he was telling my wife and I, most times when you have meningitis, the person, they're not the same. They're alive, but you never know what would be their situation after. They might not be able to operate their hands or their legs or talk or any of that stuff. I would say honestly, God is real and my mom's is strong. She actually came back normal. If you talk with her now, you wouldn't even know she was sick. She got healed. It's a miracle. I will literally say it's a miracle because the percentage, from what I understand, it's very slim for a person to have meningitis. I'm telling you, you would not think she was sick. You would not think she was in the hospital for within all that time, a couple of months. You would not have a clue. She is normal right now. Still on meds because you still need meds in order to make sure that the kidneys functioning properly that she got. But it's amazing. From what I saw, literally from 100 to 0, and now by God's grace back to 100. I thank every single day for her being here. He has made me a believer. Yeah, now I'm wanting to go to church more often. I'm now wanting to open up myself to him and his son Jesus. I'm asking for his help. I'm asking him for his forgiveness and to help my moms. I don't want to lose her. There was one of the biggest positives I would ever say that came out of 2019. My wife got pregnant. It's a blessing. It's a miracle, turning from the darkness to the light. I wasn't even sure if I could have kids. Seeing how long we were together, after all this, he gave us our daughter, Ella Marie. She's precious, gorgeous. I'm gonna have my stuff ready for when she brings home the boyfriend, trust me. You wanna see your little one grow old and strong. Bring smiles to me every single day. People say, oh, you'll see, you'll know. You know you can't do this, you can't do that. It's true. Ella came around, there's a lot of things you can't do as before, but it's worth it. She is a blessing. She is the true miracle of all this. God has changed my life. His son Jesus has changed my life. Be thankful for everything you have, even the littlest things. Time is the most precious thing, not money, time. Don't watch social media and get all greedy because you're envying what someone else has and you don't know. Be thankful for everything you got right now. Don't ever take anything for granted.
Can we pause there? Excuse me.
You can't be serious. Oh my God, man. You gotta put that in the damn thing. In the background. You have to.
I'm asking your direction now too.
Oh.
So you want to take a 5-minute break?